So Farmer Bro Martin Shkreli is back in the news. Apparently, the Wall Street Journal has been wondering how the former millionaire with one of the most punchable faces ever has been faring in prison. And I'm not saying that you should punch him in the face or that anyone should. So it turns out Shkreli is now stuck in his ways. He is still tweeting, and he's even running his own company from his cell, from prison. And he's also even making friends. According to the report, a year into his sentence, Shkreli reportedly has paid off other inmates' poker debts and made some friends in prison with the names of Crispy and D-Block. And he's affectionately known as A-Hole, according to sources familiar with his life in prison. They apparently protect him from other inmates and caution him against playing guitar in a prison band because some of the other members have been convicted of child molestation. Well, hey man, with friends like that, Crispy and D-Block, you the men. I mean, as if that's not the family that he's always needed. Maybe they could have, if they were on the outside, they could have told him, maybe you shouldn't defraud people. I'm just saying. Now, Shkreli also apparently managed to get a smartphone he uses to help run the company he founded, and also set up a since-deleted Twitter account without using his real name, and had solicited help from Facebook followers translating rap lyrics from Spanish. Get a hold of this post. He said, I'm trying to impress my local hombres. Need to be accepted by the Latin American criminal community here. Well, I'm guessing that's not a problem for him. Now, he also posts to his personal blog. The last one, he basically gave some advice to Roger Stone. Now, Roger Stone's in a little bit of trouble. So, for possibly breaking his gag order. So, this advice from Shkreli, he said a super judiciary entity will intervene in your case. Never, ever snitch. That is terrible advice. Again, you want to take advice from somebody who's already in prison? Not the smartest thing to do. But who knows? Apparently, Shkreli has a company that's worth $3.7 billion, or will be worth it by 2023 if Shkreli is to be believed. It's like, oh yeah, by the time I get out in 2023, I'm going to have a company worth $3.7 billion. I mean, I already own this company, and he does, actually. This company is Phoenixus, and he's not supposed to be running it. His friends are supposed to be running it, and he's not supposed to have anything to do with it because he is literally in prison, right? Now, this whole revelation might be really bad if you're trying to sell the company to, investors for a gigantic buyout. Because nobody wants to be involved with Martin Shkreli. In fact, here we have the Austrian interior designer who actually holds $1 million stake in Phoenixus. He said, quote, this investment is an absolute disaster. We can't get information, and anything they do send out, we don't know if it's trustworthy. And look, they want to distance themselves from Shkreli, understandably so, because Shkreli's a disaster. And in fact, it could also be a disaster for him. Shkreli's involvement with Phoenixus could land him in additional legal trouble, according to the Wall Street Journal. Again, you're not supposed to run a business from a jail cell. Oops. So who knows what's going to happen on that? But also, who would have thought that we would have heard from this guy so soon? I guess it all shows you that douchebags never disappear and never die. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a patreon.com/TYTNation set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.